0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Harddrive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Rambali's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Rambali's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, also on DBS television, and those of you listening online. Welcome to Harddrive for another week, another Monday. Today is the 30th of March, 2026. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show, none other than the lovely Lady J. Lady J, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you feeling?
I'm always feeling good, Andre.
All right.
But I'm always, thinking of my mom. So, when I walk in here, the good thing is, it's off my mind for a few minutes. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you're watching. I still love you. But I've got to concentrate on this. Yeah, she's watching on DBS this morning. So good morning, DBS. And thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity for her.
And what do you call her, Mom, or what do you call her?
Mom.
Okay, well, good morning, Mom. Mm-hmm. Yes, hope you're feeling all right. Nice lady, very, very nice lady, very friendly.
Thank you. Too friendly, Andrew. We're just so friendly.
We've met quite a few times. And when she sees me, folks, she makes a huge fuss. She makes a huge fuss.
She does. She does. She asks me for you every single day, especially if I put your voice on. That's Andre? I say, yes, Mom. She wants to meet again. So I said, Mom, we'll work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work something out.
Okay.
Because when they get to that age, Andre, and they ask for something, you really have to try your best to make it happen. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
I'm throwing that for you too. She wants to see you again. So I'm throwing that. Make it happen.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, Mr. Sylvester called the show just before 10 there. Mm-hmm. And he gave a scenario. And I told him I'm going to ask you. Mm-hmm. And the scenario is this, if I understood him correctly. He's saying that somebody, a male, bought a dress, a lovely dress for a female. Mm-hmm. And the person was expecting that if the person has to wear this dress that the person bought for this female, that she should wear it with him first when they go out. But the story he gave is that she apparently wore the dress to go out with her ex/child's father. Right. So I initially I didn't get the entire story. Mm-hmm. I said that was very disrespectful and so on. But then when he gave me further details now, I said, no, I changed my mind. Because if you bought the dress for the lady, it's her dress. She can decide to do whatever she wants with it. That's what I said to him. So I said to him, let me get your take on that. If somebody that he gave another little piece of the story. He said, I asked him, what's the relationship? He said, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, kind of thing. So I guess there's no real commitment there. So I said, based on that, it's not a real committed relationship. So the lady can wear her dress wherever she chooses, when, how, and whoever she wants to wear it with. But he's thinking that this has been disrespectful because he bought it for her, and he would expect her to wear that dress the first time when she goes out with him. Yeah. So what's your take on that one, Lady J? And I'm sure our listeners will chime in a little later. The ladies especially. Yeah, listen.
Andre, I'm sure I heard when you started speaking in initially I heard, initial part of your conversation, you said he bought it for her, and he said he wanted her to wear it with him first. Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, so Andre, if I have to take it from there, and I'm the man, and I'm handing it to you, there must be some kind of feelings still in this relationship that he is going to tell her, you've got to wear this first when you go out.
He didn't tell her that. He just expected her to.
Oh, expected.
Yes. That, listen, if you're going to wear this dress, beautiful dress that he said he bought, well, whoever it is, the person that bought it, bought the dress, that you would expect the person to know that you're supposed to wear that with this individual who bought the dress for you, not with your ex.
But Andre, first of all, I mean, women, they're all different kinds of women. But the woman that I am, the lady that I am.
Lady J.
Right, forget the J, the lady that I am, I think, okay, he's the father of my daughter, son. Why is he gifting me clothes? Why? What is the reason? Why do I have to get gifts of that kind of style thingy from him? I don't want that from him. No.
From whom?
From the ex. He's an ex.
No.
But that's what you said.
No. Okay. He's saying
the father of.
He's saying that, right, exactly. So he has a relationship. Sorry. The person has a relationship with this lady.
But he's a he.
Yes, has a relationship with a lady. And he bought the lady a dress.
Oh, nothing to do with that's his mother's. That's the his child's mother.
Right. In other words, no. They don't have any children.
Oh, they don't have any children.
Right. But she chose to go out with that same dress. Well, the person. I have to say the person because he says it's not him, but it's somebody he's speaking about. The person chose now to wear this dress with her ex or / child's father. They went out together.
Oh, it's the reverse that I
Yes.
Okay. Andre, that's a complicated thingy there that Joseph Sylvester spoke about, but I'm taking it from what you said. I don't know why she would do something like that if he expected her to wear it when they go out together. I mean, it depends on the relationship they have, but I wouldn't accept a gift from another man if I have a man. Something like that, because it will always cause confusion. If the man that I'm seeing at the moment finds out, whether he finds out the same day or months after, once we're going out, he may be fussy. Some people, maybe like yourself, pretty cool on it because trust is important. If you trust your man or your woman, you may ignore that because you know for a fact, I have nothing with him, it's just a friend, and you will accept that. But some people don't. They think once you accept a gift is because you want or you have something with the individual. And Andre, the way I was brought up is you don't complicate things. That's the way I was brought up. So if I know it's going to be an issue, I will say thank you, but you should not have done that. And I would obviously ask, is that just a gift for me? And once it's for me and it has nothing to do with you anymore, then you can't ask me, you can't wish, you can't want.
So I don't know, Lady J. I mean, do people go around asking people, is that gift for me? I mean, if somebody gives you a gift, it's obvious it's for you.
But it's a dress. What you give me a gift of a dress for?
No, I'm just... No,
and then you want me to wear the dress possibly when I'm out with you.
But there's a relationship there. Whatever that relationship is, in fact, from what he said to me, it sounds as though it's not a committed relationship. And from that angle now, I said to him, well, if it's not a committed relationship, then the lady can wear the dress whenever she chooses to wear the dress. It's hers.
Yeah, but it will cause problems, Andre, as you can see.
Well, it's causing
That's
problems.
what he's saying.
It's causing problems because I think maybe we don't know exactly where to draw the line, right? Oh, and I used another example. I said to him, okay, let's just assume that lady now would have bought you a car, for example, while the two of you were together. She bought you a vehicle. But you're broken up, you're moved on already, right? And maybe there's some kind of association still. Maybe they're not in a committed relationship, but maybe they still sleep with each other. That's a possibility, right? But she gave you the vehicle. Then you have your current main squeeze. Would you not take the main squeeze in that vehicle when you're going out? She gave you the vehicle. Should you not use the vehicle when you to go on the date now with your current girlfriend?
But Andre, you just said they're still sleeping together. You know that's going to be problems. When she see that other woman in the car, the fact that they're still sleeping together, she's still going to huff and puff, just like the man would huff and puff and possibly get excited.
But I don't understand. Why would you have to huff and puff? You both know it's not a committed relationship. I mean, why would you huff and puff?
Andre, that's just human nature, even if they know it's not committed. And this person, for example, this woman may have 5 men. Okay? Neither man knows of the other. But if she see the 5 men, and she knows she has 5, if she see any of them with a woman, she gonna have feelings.
She get vexed for all 5?
Come on, Andre, that's just human nature. That's just human nature.
Well,
now, I'm not saying she might get
she
vexed.
has a lot of energy.
Boy, I'm not saying she might get vexed and go and attack. I'm not going in that direction. Some would, some probably wouldn't. But I'm saying that's how she's going to be, because in as much as she has the 5, she wants to hold on to all 5. Just like the man would probably want the same thing, have 5 women and want to hold on to all 5. So not one can even have a date, and an innocent date, meaning we're just going out for lunch, we're going out for dinner, no hanky-panky, nothing. But because he sees her out and possibly they have a nice, good communication, his mind, because that's how he would react. Possibly want to,
So if that's the case, Lady J, then this lady cannot even move on with her life then. She can't even have somebody else, because the guy is going to get upset based on what you're saying.
No.
Yes.
No, Andre,
because
I'm not saying that. I'm saying one man at a time.
Because you said a while ago, you said if she has 5 men, right, the guy, each one of them would get, she'd get angry at each one of the 5 guys,
if
right?
They have another
if
woman
they have another woman. I don't understand that.
Why? But we see that in broad daylight, and it's like, but you have somebody else. Why are you fussing? Leave him alone, because at one point one person has to move on.
No, you said 5. You said 5.
I said,
5 people, right? She has
if she has 5 men,
5 men, and she gets angry with all 5 once. But I'm saying
it can't be all 5 at the same time.
What I'm saying,
it could be a month later. It could be 3 months later. I'm not saying she's getting upset today, because she may not see all 5 of them in one day, bumping into them or whatever, Andre. So which is
a possibility.
Understand the scenario.
You may see one or two for the day.
Understand the scenario that I'm painting.
Well, then, if what you're saying is so, Lady J, then listen, those kinds of relationships are definite no. Don't have those kinds of relationships.
People do them. That brings us back to what Sylvester said. Why are you encouraging the person? You have somebody, you still want to have the relationship with this person, and obviously he thinks of you in that way. That's why he's giving you a lovely dress. Now,
it doesn't mean that the lady's having anything with the child's father as well.
You didn't say that. The way you painted it looked like they have something.
I gave you the scenario just as he gave it to me. I do not know how far this other thing has gone. I do not know, right? I mean, a child father, right, could have a number of reasons why he could probably want to go out with his child's mother for whatever reason. I mean, I don't think it's a wise thing to do, right? Doesn't matter what the situation is, but we don't know, right? He just said that the people went out and she chose to wear the dress that he bought her. I'm saying it's not a committed relationship. You can do whatever you want, and you're not supposed to get angry for that. Because you by his own admission, the person, I asked him what kind of relationship is that. He said, "Well, you scratch my back, I scratch yours."
Exactly. So it might be a sexual relationship too.
Probably so. Right. Exactly.
You just said scratch. So there's an itch happening there.
So if you already know that's what this entails, and I remember a partner was telling me one time, some lady asked him to get into a relationship because she's not committed to her guy and so on, and the guy told her point blank, no, I can't, the kind of person that he is, he wouldn't be able to deal with the fact that she's with a guy.
Exactly, Andre. Exactly. Especially if you're one of the jealous kind.
Yeah,
Come on.
So don't go.
I don't want to do that. Walking in town and then you're laughing and you're holding on to your man or your woman, and I walk in, come on. I have feelings too. Except if I'm that sort of person where it doesn't matter. I don't have that deep feeling for anybody.
And there are those like that, huh?
Exactly.
There are people like that out there who just don't care. They don't give a hoot.
Yeah.
Right? I was talking to somebody some time ago, and the person said to me, they can be somewhere and their immediate ex is right there. It doesn't bother them. And I'm like, what?
Well, it's an immediate, it's an ex. So some people look at it ex, and you stay ex all the time. Once you're an ex, you're an ex. Some people can handle that.
Well, I can't handle that.
What you mean?
Yeah, let me explain. If the breakup is a recent breakup, I cannot be in the environment and you there with somebody else. It's gonna hurt me. So
because that was real love for you, Andre.
yeah, I will not be
And that's a good thing.
in the environment. That's for sure. I would
that's
leave.
real love.
I would leave immediately.
Good. That's real love, Andre. So when you love, you fall in love, and you fall in love deeply.
Yeah,
and that's how it should be.
And then I have to. It takes a little time for me to fall out of love. So it means I'm still there. There's some part of me, especially the thing is fresh. So I'm just saying that's me. I cannot take that. I cannot take that.
I agree.
Now going back
I don't want to be anywhere they are either.
To the scenario Mr. Sylvester painted there. Now you see me where when it comes to those kinds of things. Here's my issue. If I invite you to go out with me, right? Especially maybe I'm playing, right? I'm out there playing. I tell you, I'm playing at this session. Would you like to go with me? And the person says, yes, sure.
This is somebody that you just know, somebody you're having a relationship with.
We're going out on our first date kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm playing. And I said to you, okay, say I'm standing next to you. I probably get inside there at a certain time, and I'm told, hey, Andre, come and play. All right? So I haven't had a chance to really dance with the lady as yet. So I'm going to go to play now. I mean, when I play some good stuff. So the lady now decides to dance with another guy, right, while I'm there playing. I'll get upset at that.
Okay, what's good stuff?
I'm playing
Slow
good music. It doesn't matter. Whether
any song, she mustn't dance?
And she decides now to dance with, give the first dance to another guy. I mean, you here with me, right? You should be a little patient. Wait until I'm done, and then give me the first dance. Now, if you see you go and dance before you dance with me, I dig in endless hours and that.
Okay, Andrew, I can't answer to that one.
I see where you.
I see your feet. I understand what you're saying, and I feel you. But Andre, what if it's just a friend like she works with, somebody that you've heard about? She has nothing, no physical contact with that person, no relationship with that person apart from their just good friends, like a brother. Andre, like you and me. If I meet you out and I came with a date, why we cannot dance?
If you meet me out, and what happens?
I came out the same way. I just switching it. I came out.
And we are friends?
And I came with the date. I'm just switching the situation.
I tell you, Lady J, no, we can't do that.
So I would tell you I came there.
You're there with a guy.
So you're one of those.
I'll whisper that into your lovely ears.
What if she didn't tell the person she was dancing with that I am here with him?
Well,
and
she
this
should.
is our first date.
She should. I came here with Andre, and
she didn't add the extra.
Sorry again?
She didn't add the extra. This is our first date. She didn't add that.
Whether or not she subtract, right? You were supposed to know you came there with me, and I'm supposed to get the first dance.
Okay, Andrew.
Not another guy.
I'm not going
our
to.
Star.
That part I can't respond to. Yeah. But I hear you.
You remember that series, The Hulk, long time ago, right?
You get that mad?
And the guy used to say, "You don't want to get me angry." Don't do that. You don't want to get me angry. So that's exactly what's going to happen. I'll turn on like a Hulk on you there. I mean, I'm exaggerating.
You're exaggerating. I understand. But what you're saying is that they may not be date number 2.
There may be a date number 2, but I'm going to when I come to you now, you're going to know that something is wrong.
Okay, so Andre, let's stay on this scenario.
Hey, you like that?
Yeah, man. What if? Because I don't totally agree with you, but I want to hear the rest. What if, for example, you were playing? Andre, 4 hours I'm waiting for you. The music good, like you say. I still have to wait for the first dance? So I can dance with myself,
yes,
right?
No problem. Enjoy that.
All right. Okay, we got it.
That.
Because I'm saying I can still, you're playing music that I can still
and for
move by myself.
For sure, I wouldn't have the lady win for 4 hours. If I were to go in a deal like that, I'd say, nah, partner, I can't play for 4 hours. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if I know the lady's going to be there. That'd be awful.
Okay.
Yeah. But as I said to you, I will not get on. I will not shout at you or anything like that. But you're going to know that something is wrong. Because my body language will tell you that for sure.
What you talking about? So when I come but I'm not looking at you, I'm dancing with the person.
Yeah.
So what you mean your body language?
Dance now. Go ahead and dance.
But why would she see your body language if she's dancing?
Well,
so when she's finished dancing and she comes back to you, you're going to ignore her?
Well, I would say ignore, right? But you come around me, I'm going to be cold. Oh, yeah.
Andre.
Oh, yes. But you have to know, you have to understand that something is wrong. And I have to communicate that to you. So
I get it. But not
so
the
I have
attitude.
to communicate that.
But Andre, as we're talking about that, let me give you another story. Real.
So we're moving on.
No. We're moving on, but to the story similar to yours. Similar. This guy was talking to a girl on, I guess, social media, an app. And the first meet, they were going to meet for the first time. And she told him, that's in the US, she told him to meet her at a nail salon beauty place. So when he got the place, when he got there, he realized it was a nail place because she didn't give him the name. She just gave him location. So when he got to the place, he found out it was a nail place. When he got inside and he's meeting her, this is face to face for the first time, she wants him to pay her $500 bill.
And he didn't know anything about that?
No, and neither did he. Thought it was some cafe or something that they're going to meet for the first time. And I mean, I'm thinking the same thing too. So she wants him to pay her $500 bill. So Andre, do you know where it went? Did it go left or right? Tell me.
Well, there's some guys who probably do it happily.
Okay.
And some other guys who do it grudgingly.
And some wouldn't do it at all?
At all, yeah.
Okay, so hear this.
And that's me.
Which one you wouldn't do? You wouldn't do it at all.
No,
okay,
no,
so you and the man might be good friends. So hear this. He obviously wasn't happy. Didn't show her he wasn't happy. However, go ahead. Have some more services. Do some more.
Mit loaded man.
Okay, think, Andre. Think. I said almost like you. Why are you saying loaded? Why are you saying loaded? I said almost like you. Wait for the punch.
Oh, okay.
Wait for the punch. Andre, just before she finished the last, he was still there. Just before she finished the last part of her beauty, he just left. The bill was almost $1,000.
Oh,
so Andre,
man.
question is, she's upset. Hold on. She's upset because she thinks he should have paid it. She's upset about that. And the question to everybody, it ends this way. What do you think? Why you say awa?
Oh, you say...
Good for her.
No.
You're meeting him for the first time. Why are you embarrassing the man that way? That's one. Two, how do you know he has money? Three, and even if he has money,
and by the
why?
way, how did she communicate to him during the process? What did she communicate
right
that
there.
to him? Hold a second. Did she communicate that to him while she was in the process of getting the treatments, or before she got the treatment?
When I told you, based on the story, and I will send it to you, when he walked in, she told him to pay the $500 for her. She was still getting a treatment done. Do we know if it is the final treatment or the total treatment would have been $500? The story doesn't give the breakdown. What the story gives is the fact that he told her, go ahead, have some more. She probably thought that he was going to pay not just the $5, but the added amount. The bill was almost $1,000. He skipped on her. And I think he's right. I don't think he should have added more, but I think he's right. You haven't met me, unless, of course, he gave her when they spoke on the phone, he gave her the feeling that he had money. I have no idea. But I think, Andre, and you're a man, I think for the first time you were seeing a man, talking to a man, meeting the man for the first time, I don't think you should be talking about give me money.
I agree.
I think that should be, if he wants to, if you want to give him, if he wants to give you, if you want to go Dutch for the breakfast date, the lunch date, the dinner date, do that. Andre, I have gone Dutch already when I went out because I don't have anything with you. But we going out on a date. You pay your drink, I pay my drink. You know? Yeah.
You're going out on a date, and what happens? You pay your drink,
Dutch.
and
Dutch
I pay mine?
meaning Dutch. That's what it's called, Dutch.
Yeah, so what does that mean? What?
Whatever I eat or I drink, I pay. Whatever you eat or you drink, you pay.
What kind of thing is that?
No, because we don't know each other. We don't know each other.
How you mean?
Now, hold on, Andre. If the man says it's okay, then it's okay. I hold my money. But I'm saying I go prepared for me to pay my bill.
So
because we go in Dutch. That's what it's called. When you go out with your girlfriend.
Well, I will not go out on any Dutch date. That's Papi show.
Well,
right?
good for you. But I'm saying some people are like that.
I mean,
so you always have to have your vex money with you, Andre.
No. I'm saying somebody asks you to go out, and you're telling me you're out, and then you have to pay for yours, and he pays for his. What kind of thing is that?
I don't know. I just have it. But let's go back to the story. How would you look at it? Would you tell the woman, yeah, go have some more services?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that for sure.
But you wouldn't pay that $500?
No, for sure. I'd make that clear to her. I said, listen, but we don't even know each other. How could you do something like that?
That's right.
And you don't even know my pocket.
Well, I don't know if you would bring your pocket in there. Would you bring your pocket in there?
But you don't know what I can afford, what I cannot afford. You know what happened to me one time? I was at a particular event, okay? I was right there. And a fella who's supposed to be a friend of mine, right? So at least at the time, he was a friend of mine. I took my indiscreetness and I said to him, can I buy you a drink? The man tell everybody, Andre buying us a drink. I freaked out on that.
So why didn't you speak?
No, because he's my friend, right? At the time, because he's done stuff for me and stuff, so I appreciate him as a friend at the time. The man just say,
no, Andre, speak up.
He just pointed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andre buying us a drink. I say, oh my God.
No, you speak up. Hey.
No,
I said you a drink, not the group a drink.
No, I didn't.
Well,
want
then
to do
you
that.
can't say you thought he was your friend or anything like that.
No, I didn't say
kill
that.
it.
No, I said he was my friend at the time.
Yeah,
he
kill
was
that
my friend.
because you accepted to buy the remainder of the drink.
Yes, of course.
If it was 4, 5, or 6.
I agreed to buy it. Yes, no problem. No, but I know for sure that ain't going to happen to me again. That's for sure.
How it's not going to happen?
No, but I will not allow him to do that anymore.
Yeah, but what will you say? Because you didn't say it
And
then.
as a matter of fact, that same person one time, I remember we had a particular event. I won't say who it was, where it was. Okay, and he came there. Now he was one of the sponsors of the event as well. My friend. The man bring one gang with with him. Yeah, what do you want to walk inside? I say, well, boy, what to do? My partner, that kind of thing. So I just give you that one as another example. The kind of things that happen to people in relationships, in friendships, manships, womanships, all kinds of scenarios. But
people go Dutch a lot, Andre, nowadays, especially when girlfriends go out. They go Dutch because the thing about it.
I've
Andre,
never met a lady like that in St. Lucia. Never.
Well, good for you.
Two things I never met. I never met a lady who wants to go Dutch, and I've never met a lady who just wants a physical relationship. I've never met a lady like that.
Good.
Never.
Yeah.
They always want me. Hey, let me take care of some domestic matters. Okay? The menu for today at the Thomas O'Bread place is stewed backs and saltfish. That's going to be served with ground provisions, dumplings, lentils, tossed salad, and cucumber salad. That's the menu for today at the Thomas O'Bread place. Stewed backs and saltfish served with ground provisions, dumplings, lentils, tossed salad, and cucumber salad. Now, while you're there, remember to try the wide variety of Seymour's beverages, which also includes the brand new blueberry flavor, the coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed Seymour's with milk or without milk. Now, let me give Silton a shout out. Silton's Rub. I have some news. Silton said to me that she went to Anthony's barbershop. Anthony's barbershop is situated on Jeremy Street, just next to the Castries Market. So if you, for example, you enter in the Castries Market and you're going through the side of Jeremy Street there, so Anthony's barber shop is just next there. You know where Richard Frederick built those shops and so on there? So that's where Anthony is upstairs there. So Anthony, she told me she went to Anthony, and Anthony gladly agreed to sell her products at his barber shop.
Great.
Okay?
Yeah, very nice.
So Anthony, I know you're always listening, so big up to you. So I say rev up to you. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can get Sil's Rub at Anthony's barber shop. That's going to save Silton a lot of pressure now, being out there for hours and hours and hours. You just go there.
Pinpoint.
Yes.
To get right there.
Yeah, Sil's Rub. You can also call at 716-8018, 716-8018. And again, Silton is going to be traveling soon to go to Martinique to check on her health situation, health status. All right? So let me just do this again. The Good Friday Illusion breakfast, the menu, once again, is...
That's in Texas?
Yes. Okay. Roast and fried bakes, mahi-mahi, saltfish, smoked herring, salad, which includes, of course, tomatoes, lettuce, and cucumber salad, akra, and cocoa tea and lime squash. Is taking place on the 3rd of April. That's going to be this coming Friday, Good Friday, in the Lucian community of Baytown, Texas. All right? So have fun, all of you. Okay.
Andre, you read this a while ago, the food. Good morning, Yaslin. You read it and you said stew backs and saltfish. How does that work? Stew backs and saltfish. So is it stew backs or?
Right.
So you have a choice.
You're right. Okay. And it's served with those things.
Okay.
So if you're having the stewed backs,
if they're mixing things together.
No. If you have the stewed backs, it's served with the ground provisions, etc., etc. If you have the saltfish, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You know, English is very difficult to say, and it means it's mixed.
Yes. Okay. So now I have a shout out to a very special lady. Let me see if I get it there. My partner, Mr. Cauldron, sent that to me. Oh my gosh! Don't tell me. I hope I didn't lose the thing, Mister. Oh yeah. Now, so what happened there? Mr. Cauldron sent me something there this morning to wish his wife happy birthday. Okay,
go further down, Andrew. Just remember the time you got it. Was it before 9 o'clock? And so you know how to head lower down. Okay, in the meantime, Andre.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
She-Chub
anytime.
is saying to you, I just went down. She-Chub is saying to you, wish her happy belated birthday. Bon. Andre. She-Chub. She says, wish her happy belated birthday. So while you're looking for that, you wish her.
So partner
Andre,
has
listening to me.
partner has two separate numbers. So that's why I couldn't find it. So my
Okay.
apologies. You were saying, sorry for disturbing you. Go
I
ahead.
said, She-Chub said to you, wish her a happy birthday. Bon.
Oh, today is her birthday?
Belated.
Oh, when was her birthday?
I have no idea. It's there. It just happened to slide up and I saw it.
Oh, well,
Oh, wait, let me look.
Mhm.
She said it was on Saturday.
Okay, She-Chub. Well, let's hoping that you had a really, really nice day, She-Chub. But you should have told me so since Friday. I was giving you a
Exactly.
big shout out on
Yeah.
Friday itself.
Oh, wait, I don't think she was on Friday. On Friday. Can't
Okay,
remember
all
reading.
right. Mhm. All right, then. So happy belated birthday greetings, She-Chub. And hope that you live to see many more birthdays. All right?
Andre.
Okay. So, head at
Tongue tied this morning.
So, this morning, partner sent me Robert Cauldron, right? My partner, Poulbois, sent me happy birthday greetings to my loving wife, my second skin,
Oh.
the one who has been there for me through all my ups and downs. May the Lord bless you, baby love. Want you to have a wonderful birthday, and we'll see to that you enjoy yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love you and will always. Happy birthday, my darling wife. Now I said to him, no problem, partner, but what's her name?
Mrs. Cauldron.
So then he says, Christine.
Christine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Christine.
Happy birthday, Christine.
Happy birthday, Christine. That's Robert Cauldron, alias Poulbois'
Yeah.
very, very special wife. You know, I interviewed them right here one time.
For what?
He has had a stroke. I think it was a stroke.
Is that right?
Yeah, and
I
we're
didn't
talking
know that.
about his
Oh, my
experience
God.
and everything.
Sorry to
and
hear
the
that.
wife was right here with them and giving the story and how they met each other, and the two of them have been there for each other. That's real love, man.
Yeah,
Understand?
I didn't know he had that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Poulbois.
Yes.
Never knew that. Never heard that. So sorry. But he's a nice guy. Always friendly.
Definitely.
But I do believe he mistakes me for Cynthia. So you have to remember.
So who's Cynthia now?
Cynthia is my sister before me.
Oh.
Some people mistake me, like they will call me Miss. The Miss is because she was a teacher. She taught at the college. So when I'm walking in town, sometimes they call me Miss. And I have to remind them. I smile first and then I said, you're probably thinking about my sister. That's the one before me.
All right. Okay. All right. So anything you want to mention before we move on? We took so much time talking about
I think you
man-woman
should go on.
affairs.
Yeah.
Man-woman affairs. It's already 25 minutes to 11. So, folks, this is
And that's a good
Harddrive.
thing.
All right. So let's talk about some other important matters. The Ministry of Health, they have launched a new colorectal cancer screening service.
That was this month. That's this month.
Yes.
The awareness.
So that's pretty good.
I did a feature on that. Yeah.
And I think they're saying that it's another one of the leading causes of cancer mortality in St. Lucia. So that's cancer of the colon. The colon. And I did just a little research. There are many issues that involve in this whole issue of cancer, because cancer is a very complicated thing, very complicated. But another reason which the experts mentioned was eating highly processed meats, and a diet that is low in fiber. Okay, and I think we've all
And of course,
often
not
spoken
drinking
about
enough
that.
water.
That as well. But a diet that is low in fiber. I think we don't like the taste of the fiber. We just don't like it. When you eating stuff like the peas and the vegetables and so on, these things, the roughage, they kind of rough on the tongue and on the
no
teeth
problem,
and so
isn't
on.
it?
Yeah, for the average person, who doesn't is not used to it, because the thing is that our taste buds get all messed up when we are young. There are things that as a young boy I just couldn't stand. I hated those things.
Yeah.
Like avocado, for example. I couldn't stand that. That thing was like nyak. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
tasteless, right? Most of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was kind of
But
like,
I love it now.
yeah, I remember there's a guy who had it. He put it in bread, because back in the day we didn't have
People do that.
things, fancy stuff to put in bread. So he put the avocado in the bread. He squeezed the bread. You see this thing popping out.
Andre always have to make people.
Yeah.
Yes, Andre.
It just looked like nyak to me at that time.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it at all. So I wasn't eating that. A whole bunch of other things. I didn't like carrots and
But
the
I liked
cabbage.
it with farine, Andre. Did they teach you as a
I
child?
didn't like it. I just didn't like it at all. Once you say I saw that thing, nyak.
Yeah, the memory.
But later in life now, when I became a man,
And you're educating yourself
I educate
on,
myself, and I'm
you know,
seeing
health,
the importance
and
of those things. I'm saying, hey, what? So all the while, like when I had this problem and that problem, it was related to this issue, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
For example, like when we were kids, we wouldn't go to the restroom maybe for a whole week.
Yeah.
Because we're not consuming much fiber. We didn't
or
like
water,
it.
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
we just didn't like it. And we didn't want water. It's juice you want. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It must be juice.
And if home can afford it, we get it.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's the thing.
Thank God. Thank God. Our grandparents knew instinctively. I don't think they knew, like from a scientific point of view, that you needed to be easing your bowels. So what my grandmother, she just gave us the center, right?
Oh, Andre, all parents
and we
did
take
that. Oh my God! I couldn't wait to get older.
Yeah, they know
that was horrible, Andre.
You're telling me about that?
That was horrible, horrible, horrible. If there's one thing that I'm trying to block, if anybody had to ask me, what do you remember as a kid? Andre, I try to block that in my subconscious because that's the worst part of being a kid.
No, but as I said, they knew, not from a scientific point of view, that we needed to be going to the restroom, and we're not going. So they give it to us now, and of course you go.
The leaves, yeah.
But then after that's
done. But you go with all the pain.
Yeah,
Andre,
that's true.
A lot of pain.
That's true. There was also some worm medication called Antipa. You ever heard of that one?
No.
Antipa. Even my grandmother used to say, how could they invent something like that for children to drink? It was for worms.
But did it work?
Yes, of course.
Really?
But
what was it? A spoon you would take of it, or a whole glass?
It's a powdered thing, okay? And you put it in water, and when you stir that thing, it used to be a kind of like brownish, yellowish kind of color, and that thing tasted awful, awful. That was awful. When my grandmother gave us that, she had to have a soft drink next to that. After you drink it, because she had to give you something because you have worms. Not realizing, again, the same thing. We were doing things that was contrary to our health. We just didn't know. And now that, as I said, you've gotten older and you start doing your research and you realizing, but so that's why I had that problem, and that's why I had the other problem. One time I remember I was at
Andrew, if you have worms, right? Another way of knowing if you have worms.
When you say another way, what do you mean?
Your butt will itch.
Oh, well, I don't know about the butt itching. But one time I remember I saw there was a lady I knew. And she was, we were close. We didn't have anything, it's just close. And she trusted me enough. And she said to me, Andrew, come and see that.
Yeah.
Okay? And when I went into the restroom.
Don't describe it, Andre, please. You. Don't describe it. Stop right there, we know.
But that's life, Lady J.
Andre, please.
That's life. What you going to do? Worms, you have worms.
Okay, good. Put it like that. Yeah,
you have worms, man.
Don't say what you saw.
And when she showed me this thing, I said, "Oh, Mama!" I mean, it was just there, and these are the things that we go through because we are ignorant. We don't know any better. But when we do know better, we ought to do better.
Yeah.
So, folks, this thing about fiber, try to make yourself like it or love it. Try, because apparently it is the lack of the fiber is associated with colon cancer. Right? This is what science is saying. So as you said, they're not drinking sufficient water, the lack of fiber, and we're eating a lot of highly processed meats. And as kids, foods. Again, we used to eat a lot of those highly processed meats as kids.
It's true.
What? Miss? Yeah, boy.
And we also, our parents gave us a lot of soft drinks, Andre.
Yeah,
soft
of course.
drinks.
Yeah, because of
forgetting names, we had a lot of soft drinks, and Andre, we loved it until we realized, one, this just puts a lot of air in your stomach. Drink a soft drink, Andre. How many people will tell me it stays the same? No, air goes in there. So people, what they do before they drink the soft drink, mind you, they shake it a lot to get the air out, and then they drink it. I don't have time for that. The best thing to do, you're older now, you understand, don't drink it. Maybe once in a while. If I'm really thirsty and there's nothing, then I have no choice. But other than that, Andre, I try to talk to myself. Don't drink it.
I agree.
Don't drink it.
And try to opt for, if you're thirsty, for water.
Yeah,
plain water.
Except if you don't have a choice,
okay? I mean, we don't say don't enjoy a little soft drink. We're not saying that. Yeah. But most times when you're thirsty, drink pure water. In fact, don't even drink the coconut water instead, because coconut water has sugar. Yeah. It's the natural sugar, but the coconut water will not quench your thirst.
But you have the choice, Andre. It's better to take the coconut water rather than the soft drink. That's simple. But water is best.
Right, water is best. So keep that in mind. Right, especially for we, the men, where our prostate is concerned, when we are going to urinate, that should be coming out in less than no time. You have to be waiting for that. 20 seconds, you're still there waiting for the thing to come. Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Wow.
So if you drink enough sufficient water, when you're thirsty, that thing's just going to come out.
So you're saying you are feeling that you want to urinate, but
time.
when you get in there, it's not coming down?
It takes a little time. Yeah, so they have to wait for it.
Oh, wow. That must be painful.
Well,
Because to do the number 2, you feel it's coming out and it's not coming out.
Yes,
Isn't that
exactly.
A similar feeling.
And that's how sometimes now, when the prostate now becomes overwhelmed, then nothing is coming out.
Yeah.
And imagine you want to go. You really want to go, and this thing is just not coming out. So that's a little precursor. If you notice that this is happening to you, there's a delay, an inordinate amount of time before it comes out. That's a sign. So please, just drink the water. Yeah, well, just
check your medical check at least every 6 months or every 12 months.
Now, there's a researcher in Jamaica, right, who's been doing some real good work with the amount of pollution, right, in certain parishes, cities in Jamaica. And this person is a researcher at the University of the West Indies, Mono Campus.
Right.
And she did research on Spanish Town, Kingston, St. Andrew, Portmore, Montego Bay, Mandeville, Maypen. Yes, and she was saying that there were very, very high limits of pollution, right? The limits were exceeding what is recommended by the World Health Organization. So they have their guidelines, and cities, well, government's really supposed to be monitoring this thing. And what is interesting, and she was saying, is that you have the Saharan dust haze. That's one thing that's contributing to the pollution. That's one. And she also spoke about vehicle emissions.
Right.
Vehicle emissions, traffic congestion,
exhaust,
open burning of rubbish, and fires. Right? And she says here, urban areas are particularly affected because many city centers, and that would describe St. Lucia, were not originally designed to accommodate today's volume of vehicles and traffic. Right? So, as I said, in St. Lucia, it's no different. We have, vehicles galore. Everybody now, once you see you get a job, that's the first stop to go buy a vehicle. Whether it's a used one, a brand new one, we all want to have a vehicle, and the vehicles are so beautiful these days. Everybody wants to have a nice vehicle. But
it's because, are you reading this because it's international, what's it today?
No.
Okay, because it's International Day, I think, waste. Let me see. I remember seeing that. Yeah, International Day of Zero Waste. Yeah, that's today, March 30.
So this is something maybe, I guess, at some point the authorities here in St. Lucia will have to do a little research on to see how bad our levels of pollution are in the city, for example, where we have the vast majority of vehicles, especially the north of the island, right? That's where they have the heavy concentration. Wow. So that's very, very interesting. But folks, we need to be concerned about it, because they're saying that level of pollution now, that sort of thing goes now into the lungs and creating respiratory problems. Even cardiovascular health is affected as a result of that.
Yeah, and those people who drive their vehicles with their exhausts stinking, blowing on you, and couldn't care less.
Yeah, you see smoke all over the place.
That happened to me this week.
Really?
With this, I had to pull off on the side of the road. I pull off, go about your business. I think he did it deliberately, believe me. But the other thing is, when we're climbing up the hills, any hill, and there's a truck ahead of us, I don't think we should be close to that truck. Generally, they're the ones, most of the trucks have these exhaust issues. Horrible, Andre.
Yes.
Horrible.
So this is something I imagine at some point the authorities in St. Lucia will have to address because of the large volume now we have of these vehicles. I remember when my biological mother came to St. Lucia years ago, and she lives in St. Croix. She said, St. Croix have a whole bunch of old vehicles. In St. Lucia, I haven't seen one old vehicle.
On the road, she meant?
Yeah, she said to me,
Really?
she hasn't seen one old vehicle in St. Lucia. And it's true. A vast majority of the vehicles are brand new vehicles, right? So they're going to have to look at it at some point in time.
What we're saying is that St. Lucia's putting vehicles before homes. Is that what it is?
Well, no. She's saying that
some people think they should buy a vehicle before they put some money on a home.
Yeah. Well, it's what you can afford, What you can afford, because sometimes even if you may want to buy the land, you just don't qualify, right? Your salary is not sufficient. You can't get the down payment. You don't have the collateral and so on. So the bank is not stupid. The bank is concerned that they get their money. That's the only thing. If you can prove to the bank that they're safe, that they're going to get back their money, you have no problem with the bank
Well,
Yeah.
First National Bank giving some loans here, Andre. We were reading that, so they should check them out.
Yeah. So, folks, history was made recently. That story, funny enough, it didn't make a big headline in the Caribbean, but a flight left the Robert Bradshaw International Airport in St. Kitts. That happened about 2 Sundays ago. And folks, this was, listen to this, a direct flight to the African continent. Direct flight.
What airline you said?
It's like a sort of privately owned company that made this possible.
Okay.
They call it Aquarian Consult Limited. So they provided the aircraft for that trip. And imagine, on that flight they had about 100 passengers, including prominent business leaders, government officials, and cultural icons representing 8 Caribbean countries.
Andre,
I don't know if St. Lucia was included. I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
How long it took them for that flight?
They didn't
how long was that flight?
They didn't say, but it was a direct flight. I don't have the information there as to how long it actually took, but the flight landed in the Nigerian capital, Abuja.
Wow.
Yeah, on that same Sunday. Yeah, so we're not sure. But here's what the managing director of the Aquarian Consult said. We are no longer just dreaming of a bridge between our 2 regions. This flight is carrying the future of Afri-Caribbean trade, tourism, and shared prosperity. This is a victory for the OECS and the entire global African family.
Well, they actually bridged the gap already.
Yes, and
That's
even
good.
the OECS Commission released a statement, right? You know, they headquartered in St. Lucia. So I hope we had a St. Lucian on that trip, because if the OECS is involved, especially the fact that we have the secretariat here, I don't know. But I said
we'll
nobody
have to
spoke
read
about
on
that.
that. Yeah.
The flight serves as more than just a transit route. It is a powerful symbol of reverse middle passage, economic empowerment by bypassing traditional time-consuming layovers in Europe or North America. The OECS is asserting its direct connection to the African continent.
I would
But
love to know
it was
how
a
long
good question
took.
you were asking, but it didn't.
The
It didn't
length
say.
of time, yes.
Yeah, it didn't say at all. But apparently, it wasn't that long. Yeah, it wasn't that long a flight. Seems so.
Because
All right.
I think you would have to probably do St. Lucia, London, and then Africa, or St. Lucia,
That's what they're saying
US,
before.
Africa.
Yeah, before.
So now,
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
Direct.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
Very good.
That didn't make headlines. That's a big story,
You're making headlines now, Andre.
Yeah, that's a
headlines. That's
huge
going on
story.
YouTube, Facebook,
and
DBS.
I'm wondering whether we
That's
had
headlines now.
a representative from St. Lucia on that flight, because we
Well,
talked about at least 100 people were on that flight.
We'll find that out.
Yeah, great
today.
stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Okay, you know, I have to talk about this man in the U.S. there, Donald Trump. I have to talk about him.
Yes,
on
Andre.
Friday, he repeated this thing again about taking Cuba. This guy doesn't seem to understand that he has a challenge on his hand there with Iran. And while they're dealing with that issue, I guess he's so confident, or maybe even overconfident, that they will eventually win this war, that he's talking about taking Cuba next and this sort of thing. But before we talk about what's happening there in Iran and the U.S., what he said something, and I do not know why he made that statement. He's talking about the U.S. military. And folks, I'm reading to you Koidi. He said, I built this great military. That's what he said. And he said, sometimes you have to use it. Because people are saying, oh, why are we picking fights and this sort of thing? Well, that's we. Well, in
Yeah, I
America.
understand, Andrew.
Right. So in other words, he says, listen, it's almost like saying, I have all that money in a bank there, and let me just go and blow that, man. You know, kind of thing? Why I have all that money and I'm just having it in the bank? Let me just blow that. So he said, I built this great military. And to me, that's something that Americans should be very concerned about, because he didn't do that. He didn't build the American military, but he said he did it. That's what he said. I'm quoting him. I built this great military. That's what he said.
That's Trump.
Messier boy. And then listen to this now. The Cubans now are saying, listen, we can talk, no problem. But do not tell us about changing our system, our political system, which is the communist system. We don't want to hear anything about that. We can talk if you want, but let's not go there. Please, 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 let's not go there. So in other words, they're saying no matter what America says to them, they are not changing their political system. And hear that. The Cuban leader, Miguel Diaz-Canel, right? He said, any external aggressor would face, let me quote, unbreakable resistance. That's what he said. Now, Lady J, I don't understand how Diaz-Canel can be talking like that. These people know something we don't know, just like Iran. I mean, Iran apparently had some plan that they had in place, and now that the U.S. And Israel, of course, we have to include the Israel as well, attacked them, they just put that plan into motion. So maybe, folks, maybe Cuba now is preparing for this thing, because remember, if you're going to attack somebody, you don't cut style. You know what I'm saying? You the element of surprise is taken away. So when you be running your mouth, telling Iran, I'm coming for you, kind of thing, coming to get you, Israel as well, and the people plan for them. But I do not know how Iran has been able to hold its own. In fact, yesterday they said that they're actually waiting for the Americans. Those are their words. We're waiting for them.
Good.
So Trump is sending 3,500 U.S. troops inside there. He said it may be a ground operation. He said there may not be a ground operation, so nobody really knows, because he's flip-flopping on this thing. People are not sure. But for sure, in the case of Maduro, remember that there's a build-up. It's obvious something was taking place. So now with the 3,500, he's not going to just put those people there for nothing. That means it's building and it's going somewhere. So Iran said to them, right, they said they're going to rain fire on them if they decide to come and try entering the country using ground troops. Now, yesterday I was watching YouTube, and former wrestling star Jesse Ventura had an interview, and Jesse Ventura was saying some things that really, really freaked me out. I mean, he was talking about, for example, and I didn't even know that. He said that in war, if there's a war, troops are not allowed to use tear gas. If in a war,
he was saying that?
that is actually law. If you have, for example, if America is fighting with any country that they're going toe to toe, you're not allowed to use tear gas in the war. It's like a war crime. And what Jesse Ventura was saying, he said, but isn't that ironic that you're now allowed to use tear gas on your own people?
Yeah.
I
was he saying that alone, or was he saying that with a group of people?
He was alone.
Comments?
It was an exclusive interview, and he was talking about what happened there in Minnesota with the people who got killed. Remember the lady who got killed, with ice and so on?
Yeah.
And that's what he was saying. And when he said that to me, he said that to me. When I heard the interview, I said, let me go and check that out. I realized it's true. You're not allowed to use tear gas in a war. It's considered a war crime, but people are using tear gas, like in the U.S., for example, in Minnesota, there's dropping tear gas all over the place. That's something to think about.
Yeah, because I never even thought of that. So he's giving us food for thought.
That's something to really, really think about. Imagine America is asking for another $200 billion now in this war there with Iran. Another $200 billion asking Congress to give it to them.
And why? When they have people hungry all over the place.
Tell me about it.
The train stations, people are begging, black is blue. And that's what you're doing? That's crazy, Andre.
Jesse Ventura, he was on Donald Trump's case like crazy.
A lot of them are. I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, and then you have the people now demonstrating all across the U.S. now, the No Kings demonstrations. That's taking place. And I would imagine that if these demonstrations are taking place, or these protests, that Trump would be worried about that. But no, the White House just dismisses that. They say that these are what Trump derangement syndrome, whatever that they call it. These people, like they need to get counseling, to help them deal with that issue. They're just dismissing it. I don't understand that. To me, Donald Trump should be concerned about something like that. So it's as if the people now don't. Well, they seem to interpret that as maybe people just don't like Donald Trump no matter what he does. That's how they're framing it.
Well, Andre, he'll always have persons to like him. Remember, he's still at 37%, right? But
for the war.
But Andre, honestly, this is something that's getting more and more serious.
Yes.
Especially when we're hearing of the money, the loan he wanted to take.
Yeah.
That I was shocked.
Not a loaner.
That I was shocked. He's gonna.
That's money from Congress. That's the money in the Treasury.
Well, so the Treasury is still on his side.
To give it to fight his war. I say his war, and Israel as well. Don't forget them. But listen to that now. This gets more interesting. They're saying if the Iranians are saying that if they try those kinds of things now, they are going to target the residential homes, right, of the Americans and the Israelis.
Innocent people.
Yes, they're going to target those homes. Probably they know exactly where these people are staying. So I don't understand how Iran has been able to keep up this fight for this long. That is, I mean, all I could say is that that's just amazing. I mean, I don't support war. I don't support war. But that's just amazing that they're able to survive this, yeah? Let me tell you, the fellas are defiant, you know. Should hear the statements that they're really saying. But folks, this war, right, is creating a lot of problems. Listen to the toll so far. Since the conflict began, 1,551 civilians have been killed in Iran, right? Including, out of that number, 236 children out of the 1,551 civilians. Now, I know for the average person, I'm so sad that this is how it is. When American lives are taken, when Israeli lives are taken, it's like the worst thing ever. Everybody wants to rally around Israel because you've taken an Israeli life, and Israeli life is precious. Isn't that right, folks? Isn't that right? Isn't that how we see it? If an American life is taken, it's a huge deal. We want to cry. We want to cry. Right? How could they do that? How could they do this sort of thing to America the Great and Israel the Great? But they can do it in Iran, and we're okay with that.
No, some are okay with it.
Well,
some. We're not okay with it. Some.
236 children killed. Imagine that. Listen, you will not even see it. But I watch YouTube and you see the little children in the school. Poor jab. Because that Tomahawk that came there, that Tomahawk missile, American-made missile, although they try to say it's Iran that had that. Iran does not have those missiles. And for anybody can go and check it out. And that thing came towards the school, right, and landed there. That thing probably just burned those people, you know.
Yeah.
Including those little children. You see, they didn't even show you they show you the children's backs with school bags, school books, and so on. That is just so sad seeing that sort of thing, right? And when that happens to an Iranian, anybody else but Israel, America, is all right. As you said, for some people.
Some people.
Okay?
We have to
Let's continue. At least 1,208 Iranian military personnel and 702 unclassified individuals have also been killed. Of course, 6 U.S. service members have been killed by the Iranian retaliation, while 6 troops died when a refueling aircraft crashed over Iraq on the 12th of March. All this is the doing of Donald Trump and Israel. They're the ones who took that decision to go to war. The Lebanese ministry, that's in Lebanon because Israel is pounding them right now. As of Friday, 1,142 people killed, while civilians in Israel, Iraq, and Kuwait have also been killed in the fighting. Just killing people, black is white. And you should hear Pete Hegseth talking about the killing like it's sport. If you hear that man talk, you swear like killing people like it's sport to him. It's sport to the U.S.
And you wonder if they have any family, Andre?
Yes.
No feelings.
Them fellas, these people are on another level, and people are supporting, some people, as you said, are supporting what they're doing there. But you know, before we end, Pope Leo spoke out about what's going on
I saw
here.
that yesterday.
And he sharply condemned it. Bravo. Bravo again to the head of the Roman Catholic Church.
I said, I hope Trump heard that.
Who using his power and his influence, right, to effect change and to let them fellas know, right, this is not right. And I find too many of these religions or these churches and so on are silent on those matters. They say nothing publicly, that is. But no, just like Francis before that, you have Leo now speaking out,
Very
and he
good.
made it clear. He made it clear to them because Hegseth he can pray, you know. Hegseth, that what they call him, the defense secretary or the war secretary, whatever he is, mate can pray. I heard me say praying the other day. I said, listen to that. He made they praying, Lord God. And he wasn't reading from any text or anything, just from his head. I wouldn't say his heart, from his head, and partly they're praying. And the Pope addressed this. And he said that God's word is very, very clear, right? You can't be killing people and expect God to hear your prayers.
Right.
It's clear. And he quoted Genesis, Isaiah chapter 1, I think chapter 1, right? Which says, even though you make many prayers, I will not listen to you because your hands are covered with blood.
Perfect.
Yeah? When you
right.
spread out your hands in prayer, I hide my eyes from you. Even when you offer prayers, I'm not listening, for your hands are covered in blood. Okay? And Pope Leo was reminding them of God's word when it comes to this matter. You can't be killing people black as well and think that you're going to go pray to God and God is going to accept your prayers. You know, and not even listen to what you have to say. And I want to say again, bravo. Yeah?
Pope.
Yeah, to the Pope.
Yep.
Bravo.
Yep.
That's what we're supposed to be
Palm
doing.
Sunday.
Yes, he used the opportunity, right? He said that he even gave the example of Jesus Christ, right? He said when Christ was going to be crucified, he said he didn't fight, he didn't do those kinds of things, right? He said instead Christ revealed the gentle face of God, who always rejects violence, always.
Correct.
He spoke about when Peter took up the sword and said, he was going to kill the guard who tried to arrest Jesus Christ. He reminded the faithful, and Jesus Christ said, no, put it away. Those who live by that way will die that way.
But Andrew, I still don't think he has to wait for, say, Palm Sunday or special occasion for him to talk about that. He should be preaching that every chance he gets.
I'm sure he does.
Right. Well, that's the first time we've heard it since.
I'm sure he does. But you see, when he has because normally they have these large gatherings.
Yeah.
You have thousands of people who are attending those things.
Sure.
Yeah. So, again, I want to say this. Bravo. Okay? I'm doing that deliberately because I know there are many people that see the Roman Catholic Church as some kind of Satan or something. Okay? By the way, on the BBC, they were interviewing a group of people who are Seventh-day Adventists, and they were making the point that these people are being faithful to the Ten Commandments, right? They're very, very strong on that. And guess what? They're supporting Donald Trump. That was on the BBC.
Really?
And they asked them, how do you justify something like that?
True.
You believe that in the Ten Commandments it says, thou shalt not kill. That's there. How do you justify that? You should have heard the pastor talking. I say, well, listen to this guy. He can't even give a proper explanation as to why they would, they're supporting Donald Trump in what he's doing. This is crazy. This is crazy and shameful. Shameful.
This was where, Andre?
Just in the U.S.
I know, but where at the moment? Where was this happening? Is it over an interview or in a service, mass, something?
In an interview. Okay. And then they showed you, of course, the congregation was there as anything else. They didn't talk to them, but they talked to the pastor of that particular congregation. Yeah. Yeah. So
that must be embarrassing when they showed him. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And by the way, it also says
the Ten Commandments.
By the way, it also says thou shalt not steal. Okay? And Trump went into Venezuela there and basically stole the people's oil. That's what it is. He has no right to the oil.
Alleged.
No, he took it.
Still say that.
They confiscated all the oil tankers and so on.
Still say
and then
that.
he said that they're going to keep a portion and give Venezuelans a portion. I'm there waiting to see when Venezuela will get their portion. Yeah. And by the way, before we end, there's a movement in the U.S. They wanted to hang the Ten Commandments in every classroom in the U.S. Yeah. So a group of people, they took that to court, saying you can't come and impose your beliefs on everybody. Yeah. And they won.
Certain schools can do that, but not all.
Exactly. Right? You cannot force that on somebody.
No.
So they said they're going to appeal that decision. So that's a big deal for some people. They're fighting to have the Ten Commandments put in schools. Yes, all right. So I think they were saying there when the judge passed gave his decision. It says that's a statement from the people who actually took it to court. Today's decision honors the Constitution's promise of church and state separation and religious freedom. All right, you can't force those things upon somebody else.
No, you can't.
It's wrong. Okay, it says it will ensure that families in Arkansas, not politicians or public school officials, get to decide how and when their children engage with religion.
Agreed. Otherwise, you put that child in the school that you want the child to always have the Ten Commandments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
because they have different schools.
They said they're going to appeal. Yeah. The Republican governor say we'll appeal the decision. Good luck.
I wish them well.
Yeah, good luck.
Andrew, do you know today is International Transgender Day of Visibility.
Wow, I didn't know that. They really have one thing, boy. I think they'll have to start adding days to the year, because the rate things are going. Almost every day is a day for something.
So, in other words, we have to give them their freedom to, and accept them for who they are.
Yes.
But Andre, do you really believe that someone who is born a female should actually change and become a man because of the feelings? I mean, do you believe that?
Yeah, it's a tough thing, really, really tough. But then again, things go wrong. Things go wrong in life. Things don't always work out the way you would expect. We have all kinds of things happening after children are born, who rape, who take advantage, who introduce them to a particular kind of thing. I remember one time there was a video I saw a long time ago. This woman, a mature woman, has a young girl in a vehicle and teaching her how to be a lesbian.
What?
I saw that. I actually saw it. She's telling her exactly what to do, where to go, this and that and the other on her body. I saw that video, and that was no fake thing. That was real stuff.
On her body, that means to
making the girl do it.
No, but that doesn't mean to be a lesbian. That's just mean to satisfy yourself. That doesn't mean it's to become a lesbian.
No, I'm
probably
just saying,
making her satisfy herself.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Teaching her.
I'm just saying that there are things that happen along the way.
Okay.
Either before you're born or after you're born that now affects you. It does affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a child, sorry about that. If you have a child who is feeling attracted to females,
a female
as a result of maybe her first encounter was with a female who knew better and decided now to introduce the child, this female, to this lifestyle. Sometimes you can't really blame the child.
And then she likes it.
Yeah,
so
she enjoys it. Yeah. And the same thing for the boys as well. That's what I think does happen. So, but the thing is, we all have our issues, all of us.
Yeah.
And if that's your issue, you need to go get help.
Help first before you go to the plastic surgeon.
Yeah, go get help. Don't just accept yourself as being like that.
But Andre, in spite of all of that, and to each his own, man can do what he wants, woman can do what they want. I still feel with those pageants that are accepting transgenders, meaning it's a female pageant and a man has now changed to a woman, should not be at a female's pageant. That person should be at a transgender pageant because how can you answer a question on women's affairs if you were not a born woman? If you were not born a woman, I should say.
Yes.
You can't tell me about a period. You can't tell me anything like that.
I agree.
And they're accepting them at these pageants. They're accepting them.
I agree with you. But Lady J, you see what you just said there? And you're right. 10, 15, 20, a generation from now, we may not be around. This is going to be acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they will probably find a way for them to bleed.
Oh, yes.
We don't know. They might probably find a way for them to bleed. We don't know.
Yeah.
You're talking about 30 years from now. But I'm saying now, how can you answer a question if you have not experienced it? If you know nothing about it? You can only answer what you've read and try to.
You remember Dr. Jack Kevorkian?
Yes.
When in the 80s he came up with this assisted suicide thing.
Yes.
When I saw
we spoke about him last week.
Yeah, when I actually saw it, I was in New York. I saw him administer the fatal dose and so on. Who'd ever have imagined now that this would be legal?
Yeah,
in
but
so
he
many
still had
countries.
to go to jail first.
Yes, he did. He did. But somebody's going to pick it up. Somebody will take up the torch. Go high. I'm just saying to you,
the awareness
I agree with you 100% as where that thing is concerned. But in the not too distant future, this is going to be a part of life.
And soon we wouldn't know who is woman and who is man. Just like I was watching a video yesterday, the man had his daughter out, a young girl, maybe 5, 7 years old. She wanted to use the washroom. And he stands by the door to let her in. And then while he's in, he has his video on. So he's talking to her, go inside. So she's looking back. I guess she doesn't want him to follow her. But she's looking back at him and he says, no, go in. I just want to make sure that you are safe. So he has the door wide open and she's walking down. And while he does that, guess who comes out? A man. But he comes out and he goes straight to the pipe to wash his hands. We don't know if he was in there just waiting for a young girl or a female to come in there. We have no idea. Right? And that's when they're basically telling us, do not ever have your child go into the bathroom alone. Male or female. Meaning your little boy or your little girl. Make sure you check. So he went in there with his camera and push every single door to make sure there was no other person in the bathroom. Because, Andre, when you travel, you are now seeing 3 sets of washrooms, the transgender, male and female. But what happens to the individual, to the business place that only has 2 bathrooms? Where is this one going and where is the other one going? How do we know?
Yeah.
Serious cases, Andre.
Yeah. Let's get into the shout-outs. We have about 17 minutes to go.
Okay. So Sharon Peter says, good morning. Good morning, Sharon Peter. She says, happy new week, REV-UP family. Thank you.
Morning, Sharon.
She also says, good morning, yes. And Drama Queen Augustine says, good morning, my REV-UP family. Blessed week, everyone.
Morning, Drama Queen.
Sharon Peter also says, good morning to Floral Studios. Pius Snappy says, good morning to all. Good morning. Joan Shalry says, blessed morning, morning, Andre, beautiful Lady J, and everyone listening. She sends prayers, hearts, and 4 kisses, Andre.
Who's that?
Joan Shalry.
Okay, Joan, thank
4
you very
kisses,
much.
So 2 kisses for you and 2 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
sharing. 1 heart for you and 1 prayer for me. Thank you, Joan. Floral Studios also says good morning. Well, they say good morning and REV-UP from Floral Studios team.
Morning
Yes.
to this team there at Floral Studios. Thank you very much.
Appreciate
I wonder where
that.
they're located.
Okay,
the
so
Floral
if
Studio.
if they're listening, they should put that in. And John McCurdy says,
And you know,
good morning.
sorry, it must be tough having a floral business in St. Lucia. It must be tough.
Why is it tough?
Because we don't really buy
Who say?
flowers, that sort of thing, very, very often.
Who say? Andre, I buy flowers to put on the family tomb.
Yeah, but I
And
mean, how
wait.
often?
My husband gives me flowers for the different occasions that people give their significant other. There are funerals going on, Andre. Of course, the people making money, Andre.
I didn't say. I didn't
Plus
say
weddings,
they're
plus
not
this, plus
making
that.
money. I said it must be tough. It must be tough having a
tough
floral
in which way? Maybe to get
business.
the flowers
To
or
get
the business?
Yeah, get business.
Nah, they're
because
getting business.
St. Lucians, listen, quite a few people have tried already, you know. Quite a few have tried and they all closed down. That's why I was asking where that one is
maybe there were
located.
too many?
Yeah. You think there were too many?
Maybe.
All right,
Because,
okay.
you know.
Mhm.
Okay. Joan says, good morning, beautiful Lady J and Andre. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and blessed morning to my lovely REV-UP family.
Thank you.
She sends love, flowers, kisses, and there's St. Lucia map in there. Alita Flavius says, good morning to you, Lady J and Andre. Good morning, Alita.
Good morning.
She also says, well said, Lady J. So that's probably what we were talking about, the very first topic about the man-woman thing.
Okay, all right.
She Chubb says, Andre, wish me, well, I told you that. Happy birthday. Bo, she says, you know what the bo means, right? You better.
You know what she chub
again.
Yeah, she chub.
Yeah. My birthday was on Saturday, right?
She chub is a bad John.
It seems so.
A bad John.
It seems so. But,
no,
all of that, she has smiles, huh?
No.
Not smiles, wink. Yeah, laughter.
A bad Jane. Not a bad John.
Right.
A bad Jane.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you said it's a female. She chub, yes. Female. Barbara Xavier says, good morning to both of you. Have a blessed Holy Week. Blessed love. She sends hearts and so on. Good morning, Barbara. Siko says, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Andre and Lady J. Good morning, Siko.
Good morning, Siko.
Melanie Destang says, have a blessed Monday morning. Have a blessed Monday, everyone. Yes. Okay, so people are wishing She Chubb happy birthday. And, well, belated. And Siko says, very true, Andre. So I'm not too sure as in which point that was. And
maybe about the dance. The first dance.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, because they don't really go back and say why. Alita laughs. I don't know, I guess is what we were talking about. And Liran, Liran. Michelle says, it would hurt me too. So I'm not sure which part they were talking about.
Me too. Maybe the lady probably I'm choosing to wear the outfit with
for the man, yes.
Yeah, with her child's father.
Siko says, laugh out loud. Very true, Andre. Okay. Barbara Xavier says, Andre, I agree with you. Elita Flavius says, wow, Andre. D. Francis says, good morning. Obese?
Obese.
Obese.
Good morning, D. Francis Obese. Oh, big rapper fan.
Yeah.
Just like Charmaine. And I will not forget Charmaine. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Yes, sorry.
Good morning to everyone. And Francis Jules says, good morning, REV-UP family. Also, Andre and Lady J. Good morning, Francis Jules. Joan T says, good morning, beautiful Lady J. How is your mom doing? She's doing
reasonably well.
Yeah. Yeah. There's there are some messages here. Good morning to everyone. Joan T. The Francis Obias. Okay, so I'll
Obeys.
Obeys. Okay. You just told me that, but because it has the E and not an A, I say OB. Yeah. Josiane says, good morning, REV-UP family. Happy Monday to all. Josiane, yes.
Hey,
Andres,
Josiane.
Yeah.
Hope all is well with you and the family.
Yeah. So Josie Stephen wishes, she says, happy birthday to Christine. Oh, so we finally know that the Chichub name is Christine.
What is her name?
Christine must be. Somebody wish her happy birthday and says Christine. Robert Cauldron says, blessing REV-UP family.
Thank you very much, partner.
And happy birthday to your wife, Robert. Josie Stephen says, Andre, it's a liquid, not a powder. It's a liquid, I guess. I don't know, maybe the drink?
Maybe the Antipa.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, to me...
Well, when you got it, it was a powder.
It was a powder. I remember that. My grandma used to stir that thing.
So it's still around because, look, she's mentioning that.
No, I don't think so.
Why is she mentioning that?
Some they know about it.
Okay.
I've asked her already when I go to the pharmacy and they don't stock it.
So I wonder if the market would have something like that, no?
Good question. Good question. It is awful. It is awful.
Well, if it's doing the job it's doing, I'm telling you, people will take it. Joan T says, Andre, I drank that so much as a kid and I cry every day, every time. I can just
when you drink,
imagine.
you want to puke. That's how bad it was. It was so bad. Oh.
But it did the job after,
yes,
right?
It did for
That's
sure.
the same thing with the center. But it's the pain you go through and the, Andre, but, I don't know about you, but my mom would stand right there, that we had to take that down.
Yes, of course. And my grand, I don't know what she was thinking, right? She usually give us the center just before we return to school, right? After the summer vacation.
Yes.
And she would give all of us the center at the same time. So
you're fighting for the bathroom?
Yeah, and we have one restroom, and everybody taking the line outside. Hurry! And then you have to stop because you feel sorry for them. You stop to go outside and then you take the line again.
How you can stop for drizzle? That's drizzle right
you
there.
You feel sorry for your brother and your sister. Hurry.
Oh my goodness.
Come out. Yeah, come out.
This is funny. Laughter again. Yes. Laughter. I like it. All right, where was I? Let's see now. Okay. Arthur Charles says,
today is the birthday of the following persons.
I write it differently. Good morning, folks. Today is the birthday of the following persons. He says, engineer Mr. John Peters.
Hey, Mr. Peters. Happy birthday, sir. Hope all is well with you. Nice gentleman. Very, very nice gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he says, Mrs. Anselma Clouden of Anthropo.
Yes, hey, Mrs. Clouden. Hope all is well. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I haven't seen her in a little while, actually.
Oh, and Tanya, I hope I pronounced it properly, Francis of Plateau Babonneau.
Okay, who's that?
Tanya, Taenia.
Okay, all right, Tanya.
And Mrs.
Birthday.
Christine Mapul Bois.
Oh, okay.
Ori.
That's Robert Cauldron's wife. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember we
that's how. Oh, okay, Christine. Yeah, we mentioned that. Okay. So these are the birthdays from Arthur Charles. Happy birthday to all of you. Oh, finally, here's Irene. She says, good morning to all listeners, Lady J and Andre.
Morning,
just popping
Irene.
in to say hi as I am on the waters for a bit. Have a productive week.
On the
she's
waters?
Out. Well, she's probably on a boat.
You're on a boat ride?
Yeah. Enjoy yourself, girlfriend.
Yeah. You know, once upon a time when I'm sure Irene may remember that when you were being prohibited from carrying things like creams and perfume.
Yeah, recently.
And those kinds of things, right?
During COVID?
Yeah, I didn't. I think was that during COVID. I don't remember, whatever time it was.
No, 9/11. I don't know.
Yeah,
Must be
maybe since 9/11. That's right.
9/11,
That's right.
yeah.
I remember I'd gone through the airport here at BG, and she used to work there. Erin, she used to work there.
Yeah.
And she explained to me that I can't take those things on the flight.
Right.
I said, so what am I going to do with it? I have to take the flight.
Right.
And she said to me, I'll hold it for you. And she actually held it.
Hold it until you return.
until I come back. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
And she held it until I came back. I got it from her. I've never forgotten that.
Oh, Erin, I hope you heard that. So she'll have to, if she's not listening, she will have to replay. Yeah. Because generally they just take it from you, Andre.
Yeah. That's right.
Just take it from you.
And I've often wondered, when they just take it from me, what do they do with it? I'm
Well,
curious.
they might be using it. Who knows? Or they might really be throwing it away. I don't know. Or they might be, I hope they're giving it to a home or something. But Andre, you come in with the food and everything and you don't know if they're eating it, what they're doing with it.
You take all the stuff. I don't get it back. What do you do with it?
Yeah, we don't get it back.
But I think that's changed, right? I think right now you're allowed
it's still the same. I think it's 3 ounces, 3.5 or 3 ounces you can pass with. But if anything higher than that, they will take it.
Erin, if you have any information on that'd be nice. Give us a little info on that
but
one.
I think even the last time I flew, it is about 3.
Or if you're allowed to,
3.5
maybe if you
ounces.
The bag that you allowed your carry on.
Yeah.
Maybe you're allowed a certain amount.
That's what I'm saying.
Or maybe
the 3 point. That is what you're allowed.
What about your luggage? If you have it in your luggage.
No, in your luggage is not a problem because it's going on the belt. Anything going on the belt is fine. It's what's coming through immigration. That part.
Okay.
That is obviously, I think it's 3.5 or 3, something to do with that. Yeah. So Nisa Joseph Seeley says, good morning, Andre and Lady J. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Yes.
You as
Didn't
well.
go anywhere, but yes, it was wonderful. Giving life. Christine Shalry says, blessed Monday morning to you both. Hi to Shasha listening in St. Croix. All right.
Okay,
So
Shasha.
who's listening in St. Croix? Shasha is listening?
I think Shasha.
Okay. All right. Myra says, good day, everyone. And then she says, SLP forever. SLP for what? I don't know what that is. For Kutin Pro. I have no idea what your words are. It's not complete. So please check that. And good morning, folks. Nice show. Okay.
Thank you.
Continue, maybe she meant continued progress because she has PROGR. So if that's shorthand, that could be progress. And if the COUNTUINE, so it could be for continued. Kavinia Fanas says, good morning, REV-UP family. Good
morning. Kavinia. How are you?
Right
and your 2 lovely children? Yeah, remember
baby?
she had a baby recently?
Yeah.
Congratulations again.
Yes. Joan Chalry says, Alita, good morning, girlfriend. Okay. Junior Abbott says, good morning, REV-UP family. Good morning, Junior. Madeline Louis says, bless Monday to you too. Thank you, Madeline. That's another Madeline.
I wonder.
Yeah. And Alita Falabius also says, Joan Shalry, good morning. Okay, so that's, love. Lucilla Anatole says, blessed morning, REV-UP family. Very interesting program this morning. Listening from, what's it? Something in Choiseul. I don't know what that is. Montet. Okay. I'm on the train going home, missing some of my REV-UP. Lady J, great vibes. And Andre, this morning. Okay, Joan Shalry. All right. Yeah, nice.
I wonder what they like specifically about this morning. I wonder. Maybe the little debate on the
guy and the girl thingy.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. D. Francis. Yes. Good morning to you. Okay, so Irene is at the bottom here. She says, yes, I remember Andre. I was at Liat. They threw it away. How you mean they threw it away? Oh, they threw it away, meaning not yours, but the others. Okay. I'm not on a boat ride. I am the grand dame for a luxury yacht. Yes, girlfriend, enjoy yourself.
And we want to mention that Irene is a former carnival queen.
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
Right.
But between I know you will ask. But I know you will. She has BTW. That's supposed to be between. By the way, okay, BTW. By the way, I know you will ask. Ha ha ha. I welcome guests on board in my warp duet. So like the host, like she says, the grand dame.
Fun.
Yes. Oh, And that's the last one, Andre. So she ended the last one, I think. I see there. From the Facebook platform.
Now
so
we're
let's
going
go
to WhatsApp.
on to WhatsApp platform. And see who we have and what we have. All right, Andre, let's see. Starting from what time? Let's see. Okay, lots of messages. Okay, 9:35, 10:25, 10:21. Let's take this one from 10:21. It says, it's hot this morning.
Where? In St. Lucia?
Yeah. Oh, wait, this person is 407. Okay, maybe. No, not in St. Lucia. In the U.S.
Okay.
Yes. All right. That's in the U.S. Okay.
Yeah, I think I read something about them expecting some heat, some intense heat.
Yes, that's true, Andre. Yes, that's true. They would be. This person says that's St. Lucia. It says, good morning to you both. Andre, grow up. I would not want to see you under a gropel. A gropel. Well, how are we?
I'm not
Have
so
a
bad.
good day.
I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad. Yeah.
Good morning, Andre and Lady J. I am tuned in to my favorite radio station. Thank you for these fruitful discussions. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bernadette Samuel says that.
All
Let
right,
me see who
Bernadette.
the person was just before Bernadette that says, grow up, Andre. Let me see. Yeah, but I did tell you that, Andre. Sabina. Okay, Sabina said that to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sabina,
I
no
thought it was a guy,
problem. No
actually.
problem.
And okay, this person giving a little story. Andre, this guy asked me out one time. I decided to try him by offering to pay the bill. Can you believe he allowed me to pay? And I
see
even
that?
put the tip on me. OMG. I never spoke to him again. That's why I tell you have to have your money, Andre. You never know. You never know. You've got to have the money in case of Dutch.
No, but she organized the thing. She said there that she said basically she was going to pay. Isn't that what she said?
This guy asked me out one day. The guy asked her.
Oh,
out.
the guy asked her.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I decided to try him out.
By offering to pay.
Offering to pay the bill. So that's when he should have said, I got it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because he asked
But
the lady out.
he probably said, go ahead.
Yeah, why for me say?
Oh, well, that's a U.S. number here, Andre. Yeah, that was a U.S. number. Let's see. That's a 718 number there. Yeah, it says Vel. Politicians have immunity in the House. That's why is that today? Yeah, 10:56. That's why they can say whatever they want with no accountability. That's why you hear them say to each other, say it outside.
Say it outside.
And Sylvester says, she agreed to wear the dress for the first time with me. Sylvester, that was your story and you pretending it wasn't yours? He said with
Don't
me.
say that. The man said it wasn't him.
Okay, but why did he write with me here?
Yeah.
Andre, it's written there.
Well,
It says, she agreed to wear the dress for the first time with M.E.
Well, Mrs.
That's the last
Sylvester,
one.
you'll have to explain yourself, because I know you said it wasn't you. All right.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the last
So
one,
we're good,
Andre.
we're good. All right, Lady J, so maybe you can
Yeah.
tell us what's happening this morning
Yes.
on the REV-UP Center.
So, because it is transgender, we'll do a little feature on that, of course, today, as well as the waste. We'll do a little feature on that because it's today. One is the 30th, I think, and one is the 31st. I think transgender is probably tomorrow. I'm not too sure if it's today. So we'll do a little feature. But the usual, the hit of the day and the one hit wonder. I know people love that because if it's not played, they question it, but sometimes, so we probably have to look into the month of April, Andre, and put it later, so we don't miss it, because sometimes I really can't play it. A couple of times I do play it late and say it's late. Yeah, and then don't forget today we also have Safe Streets, Strong Communities. That's happening today. That's our feature. So that's happening today. And as usual, our entertainment news, where I will talk further on Tiger Woods' accident on the weekend.
Oh, yes. I understand it wasn't alcohol, it was something else, maybe medication or something.
Yeah, but he didn't want to. When they asked him, he didn't want to, so he had to take a little jail and stay there for a few hours.
Yeah, boy.
Because he didn't want to take the test.
Yeah, boy. This I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah.
He's been having some run-ins with the law.
Law, yeah. Driving too fast, Andre. Why are you driving so fast?
Yeah.
Overtaking too. Yeah. So entertainment report coming up at 2:35 today, and then Zen the DJ.
Yes, comes on from 3 o'clock.
Please comes on at 3.
Yes,
yeah.
until 6. Okay. We were talking about the people who are transgender and this sort of thing. Don't forget, there's also a group of people called non-binary. That's another group where they're not sure if they want to be male or female. They're not quite sure. And again, you have to ask yourself, what would cause that? Now, and I know in England, they were really, really pushing for legislation. I think right now they can actually, there's medication that could help delay the signs of puberty, because like where hair is supposed to be growing and this kind of thing,
as well as can give you hair medication to give you hair,
and that could actually it could actually stay those things. Now that was a huge issue in England as to whether that should be done. But those people are trying to reach out now to that group of people who are not quite sure, so they need more time to make up their mind. There's the kind of things that are happening with our young people now. It's really, really something else, But I'll say this, we have no idea what some of our little children are being put through.
Yeah.
We have because there's some folks, sorry, but I mean, I'm not perfect, but there's some sick people out there, some sick adults, male and female. So you always have to be on your P's and your Q's when it comes to your children.
Yeah.
Be very, very, very careful.
Check and recheck.
Yeah, because I've seen some videos already, I'm telling you.
And the people that you trust with those children are the ones
what
who
they do with those little children, man.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah. Yes,
sick.
Andrew. You are so right.
Yeah, so,
but even when I lived in Jamaica, I remember every weekend Connie had a different a school friend that would come over, and one of the mothers who brought her child, she says to me, I guess it's what I was saying, because I only have one and she had about 4, so she was saying, you are so protective, and I said, yeah, I only have one, and then she says to me, I have one girl, but I have 3 boys, and I still have to be protective just as much as the boys. So I looked at her, because my mind was not on where she was going. And she said to me, oh yeah, they can interfere with my boys too. So even when I'm sending my children out, I have to be very careful. And she says she generally, which she did, she came inside the apartment. She says, I generally come inside to see the home and see. And I said, yeah, that's true. But I guess my mom was always protective of us, Andre. So I was very protective of Connie, and I really did not want her to spend a weekend out, but I didn't mind the children coming over. So that one mother challenged me that day, I remember. I call it a challenge because it's only after I realized she was challenging me, because it was true. They could come to the house, they could spend time with her, but she could only go for a few hours. I would pick her up. You ain't sleeping over.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
No.
Okay, so can we get into the icing on the cake?
Yes, Andre.
All right.
I hope you're making us laugh today.
Well, I mean, I try, but I guess it depends on where we are in terms of our sense of humor.
Okay.
So there's some people who can catch a joke and others who just can't get it. so
Andre, like when I lived in Barbados, in Jamaica, the dialect, I would be laughing after everybody.
Oh, because you didn't catch it yet?
I wouldn't catch it, but I would laugh after everybody because they understood the dialect. I couldn't.
Okay. So today's icing on the cake is another lady, a lady who has been observing that maybe, I guess, the fellas, the males in her circle are not taking proper showers. Yes.
Okay.
So here she is describing what these males do when it comes to taking a shower. So listen carefully, all right? And she's speaking in Creole.
Zoka ben invite ta grand les pour bien ti bay plastique ka vite grand les sans savon, sans shampoo. Sans savon, sans shampoo. Zoka ben so pas ka tirer dans zo.
Did you hear what she said there?
No soap, no shampoo.
Very little soap, little shampoo. Yeah, and they're not brushing their teeth.
And no brushing
their teeth. So let's listen to her again.
Zoka ben invite ta grand les pour bien ti bay plastique ka vite grand les sans savon.
What's a little plastic?
Sans shampoo. sans savon, sans shampoo. Ça ka ben, ça pas ka tirer dans ça.
They're not brushing their teeth. Some doesn't mean none. Isn't it none? Little?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
when
thought you meant
a
none.
little water, maybe take a little container and maybe pour it over
bathe
their head.
and try to, yeah. Oh my goodness.
So, and bathe with maybe a little soap, and then they don't brush the teeth at all.
And gone.
All right, folks. This has been our icing on the cake for today. So thanks a lot, folks, for joining us on Harddrive. You can listen again and you can view again tomorrow morning, same time. Now, as we go along, as the year progresses, some changes are going to be made,
That's
okay,
right.
which will affect Harddrive for sure.
Starting April.
Eventually, we're looking at maybe once or twice for the week, all right? Because coming soon next month, we have a program called Dollars and Cents. That's going to be every Wednesday from 10 o'clock, all right, for 1 hour.
Right. So
With
there'll be
a
no
financial
Harddrive.
expert, okay? And of course, eventually we'll be having the Power Politic, and then now meet the minister,
Right.
okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So, Lady J,
So
thank you very much.
Thank you, DBS, because they're the first to sign out. So we do have to
DBS.
say
Thank
thank
you
you to
so much.
DBS.
Appreciate that. Those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, also those listening online, thank you very much. And as you said,
And right
thank you
here
to
in
DBS.
St. Lucia.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lady J, have yourself a great show. All right. So,
I
folks,
always do.
this has been Harddrive, brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Randallie's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
REV-UP St. Lucia, your healthy alternative.
That is freaking awesome, dude.
95.9 FM, the alpha of radio.